It's not about improving democracy. It's going to disenfranchise an awful lot of people who don't think the major parties represent their views. The problem with what the government is proposing is that it will eliminate minor parties from the Senate. There will be no minor parties, most likely, other than Xenophon. So the Senate will be dominated by the coalition, Liberal and Labor, Greens and Xenophon. The government says you'll be able to preference above the line 1 to 6, but we have that in New South Wales already. We have optional preferential above the line in New South Wales Upper House voting, and 90% of people vote 1 above the line. They don't give any preferences. Now, what that means is you need pretty close to, you need a quota to elect the first 5 people in each state, and then the 6th position, 6 people are to be elected, the 6th position, we estimate you would need somewhere in the vicinity of 9 or 10% to get elected in a primary vote. So what we'll end up with is anything up to 25% of the voters, or it may even go higher, but it was 25% of the last election, who don't want to vote for Labor, Liberal or Greens. Their votes will be wasted. Their votes will be exhausted, and they actually won't determine the outcome. To say that people don't know where their votes are going and there's something wrong with the system, that system has been in since 1984. It's only when we reached 2013 that a few people got elected because the minor parties have figured out that if they do the same thing as the Liberals and Nationals have been doing, Labor and the Greens have been doing, and a few others have been doing with those 2 parties, if they do the same thing, they will also get elected. It's only then that it produces the results where more minor parties are elected. And what's the Liberal government said? Oh, we don't like that outcome, we're going to change the rules now. Well, the impetus for this has come from the Greens and Nick Xenophon. The Liberal Party and the National Party won't have a majority. Labor Party and the Greens won't have a majority. He'll be right in the middle. He and perhaps a second one from South Australia, they will be kingmakers. Nick and his offsider in the Senate will be kingmakers. Every piece of contested legislation that either side wants to get in through, and it wouldn't matter whether it's a Labor government or a Liberal government, they will have to get Nick's agreement. He will be king of the castle.